What's up,
Hey,
Sooner Nation? Welcome back to the Sooner Surge live show on this Monday evening. Got some recruiting talk. Things are heating up there in Norman, also around the country with recruiting as things are starting to move now. And Oklahoma gets the commitment from offensive lineman Noah Best. 918 starting off with Noah Best, a big get. BB been solid last 3 cycles. He has been. As much as people want to jump on Bill Bedenbaugh, he's been really good the last 3 cycles, and Noah Best is going to be a really good player for Oklahoma.
number 15 interior, number 15 interior offensive lineman, and like 918 said, I mean, no one, in my opinion, can be super critical of Bill Bedenbaugh's recruiting the last few years. Like, arguably, he's been one of the better guys recruiting, Jay.
Yeah, he's done a good job. So I think it's a big get for him. I see people talking about Ojo. 918 said been out on the Sooners for a while.
He did have Sooner in the tweet, though. Sooner rather than later.
That's kind of funny. I think that was just a kind of a. I mean, what?
Never know.
Well, you never know with recruiting, Germ. That's true. I mean, that's a fact.
Yeah, Deuce Gerald, KJ Ford. Yeah.
Hey, the other big news today. Couple of things. You saw the completed staff they released as far as Jim Nagy's, the general manager staff, and you also had the trainer that was brought back in or hired.
Okay, real quick on that. Quick on that, because I see Johnson's comments. You look at the front office staff, Jay. It's basically an NFL. I mean, almost every guy there has been in the NFL.
Oh, I love what I see.
I think the front office staff is really good. The athletic trainer that they bring in, Jonathan Gress, Norman native,
graduated from OU. Yeah.
So one thing I was going to say though is, if there's people who, I just don't want anyone to be not understanding what happened. They added position to the medical staff. Jonathan Gress is not replacing someone. So don't get misconfused there.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
So my point is to say, well, last year they had so many injuries. I'm glad they got rid of that guy and brought someone else in. That is not what they did.
Yeah. Mess says OU's worst game day offensive line was 2024. Let's be honest here. BB responded with the stat 2025. Yeah, he did. And it looks like 26. I think he'll do good too. But you know what? You could go back to the 24 class with EPL, Eugene Brooks. That was a good class. I mean, you just haven't seen him play much yet. Eugene Brooks transferred, and EPL hasn't played a whole lot yet. So,
hey, Chief, they did get rid of several people in administration, so I think that's more where the money came from. At 918, yes and no is what I would say. 918, I would say yes and no, because Drew Hill is now the director of scouting, okay, which has to do with evaluating. He's been at OU for 12 years.
Yeah, I did see. I don't want to
like they're just bringing all new guys in.
I don't want to misquote, but it might have been McQuistion, Sooner Scoop, say that. I don't know if it was him, but just talking about just seeing a lot more people at these camps and at these high school camps that are out there evaluating than what they've had before. So that can't be a bad thing. I mean, it's got to be a good thing. But I somewhat agree with 918 there. I mean,
yeah,
I saw. Yeah. Go ahead.
918 says he brought in a director of high school.
Pearson, Kel Pearson.
Kel Pearson, who played at Union High School in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Jay, but the director of scouting is Drew Hill. Am I wrong in that?
No, but they also have a high school.
Right. I'm just saying, Drew Hill has been on staff since Bob Stoops' era, correct?
I don't know how long he's been there exactly.
Drew Hill was the director of player personnel, Jay. Yeah, under Bob Stoops. I'm almost positive.
He's been there for a while, Jerem. Yeah.
I like
we got-
Lake Dawson. I like Lake Dawson. I like that senior general manager. I like that.
Yeah, I see Bevo on here tonight, of course.
Yeah, I just deleted a comment. Porter Moser Stan is here. We brought in the strength coach on the Saints that handled Michael. No,
I've seen a lot of people talking about that. I've seen mixed feelings on this guy.
no, you already talked to me about it, Jay. You didn't like it.
Well, see, there you go. You always put words in my mouth, dude.
Okay. I thought that's what you said earlier on the call.
My exact words said, I'm seeing mixed reviews on him coming to Oklahoma. I'm seeing some people that like it and some people hate it. I didn't give you my opinion. I don't know enough about him. So I don't know enough. So.
Well, 2 years ago in 2023, they had two people who were kind of working together as the athletic trainers. So
it's got to get better. So you're bringing in another guy. Let's see what happens.
It's weird that they didn't get rid of Schmitty, right, Jay? Since he was causing all the injuries.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I just had to say it.
Of course.
Had to say it, Jay.
Yeah, I see this, Chris, about Mateer. Yeah, I mean, same thing with Cam Ward. Cam Ward, before he was at Incarnate Word. So,
hey, 918. Here's what I would say about Braxton Lindsey, and I think we're ready to surge protect Braxton Lindsey, Jay.
Yeah, I think so. But
Jay, here's what I would say. Here's what I would say to 918's comment. When personally, I think they will recruit someone as a two-way player, and I think that means for OU that they would play him at either or. I don't think it's going to be both and. It's not going to be this and this. It's going to be either this position or that.
You don't see
OU using a two-way player, Jay. I don't.
Really?
I don't.
Even at a position like that, tight end?
I don't, Jay. This or that.
I'm excited about Michigan State to keep playing top 4 power teams in conference. I like having a game like that personally. Now, I don't know what they'll do, but I like it.
918 says specifically, I know they're talking about him playing both. I just don't think they're going to play him at both. Felix Ojo probably committing before June 20th. Daniel says, yeah, because he's committing to UT.
And possibly so. I mean, I had heard it was a UT OU battle. So,
yeah, Billy Bowman could have been a two-way player.
Hey, Bevo, first off, I don't put any time into Ojo's recruitment. I've never put a dime of time into it. So,
hey, the amount of time that Bevo spends on an OU channel is pretty impressive. Like, I guess Texas doesn't have any of those. Crazy.
Oh, Bowman. Hey, Harry, Bowman. Let's just talk about it for a minute. Who would have been maybe let's go down since 2000. Since 2000, last time OU won.
Andre Woolfolk was a two-way player.
Who would you say best two-way player if they would have played both ways?
I got a name for you. Reggie Smith would have been good.
Reggie Smith would have been good. I agree with him. What's up, Steeler man? I'm trying to think. Mark Andrews, Aaron says, I don't know where he'd play on defense. I don't know where he'd play on defense.
Edge, I mean.
Yeah.
Kannick could be a two-way player, but they're not even going to use Kannick.
Well, Jacoby Johnson last year, but they didn't do it.
Right, they didn't do it.
DJ
a guy like a Danny Okoye is a freak athlete, but I don't know that he's got good hands to be a tight end.
DJ Graham, but they never did it really. Now here's
Zach Sanchez, Stephen Parker, Nick Harris.
Yeah, I think defensive back and wide receiver is the easiest probably transition. Just what Travis Hunter did. I think that if you're going to look at a position that you can play both ways, I think that's the position to do it in. I really do. Who knows, Jimmy? Who knows on that? I don't really care either way, Jimmy.
So right now, let's just be clear here. OU has landed Matthew Nelson out of Bryant, Arkansas, edge rusher. Today they get the commitment of Noah Best, really good interior offensive lineman. And I expect 2 more, Jay. Bo Bentley, Braxton Lindsey. There's 2 names for you, and maybe more.
Yeah.
Travis Lewis was an absolute stud. You know
He
who
was
else was? You know who else was an absolute stud of an athlete that went to the NFL and played linebacker at OU? Not Jordan Evans.
Kenneth Murray.
Nope.
Kenneth Murray was an athletic freak.
He was good. This guy played for the Raiders, I believe. There's a trivia right there. I believe he wore number 36. Played for the Raiders, linebacker, elite, not Curtis Lofton. He was number 40.
I know the answer.
Do you, Jay?
Yeah, I think it was before 2000.
Not Bolton.
I think it was before 2000.
918 says Danny Odom will commit by the end of the week. Maybe they get 5 or 6, Jay, in this week.
The big one is Bo Bentley, though.
Does Bo Bentley have a commitment date, though?
No, but I think it's going to be soon.
Yeah.
I really do.
Not Rod Show. No. I got it, Jack. I stumped everyone tonight.
Do I need to answer it? What's up, Trojan Fight? Do I need to answer it?
He always wore a face mask that had the shield over it.
How about I give his first name away?
No, it'll give it away.
Ron dropping Tech may give. Oh, did you see where Tech's going to be one of the highest paid universities out there?
They got Mahomes money, man.
It's not just Mahomes money.
I think OU is going to choose Bentley. I'm not saying over O'Neal, but that's what's going to happen.
Well, if they choose Bentley, then they're choosing him over O'Neal.
Yeah, if Bentley doesn't commit to OU, then O'Neal stays. Like, I don't understand. Yeah, and if they miss on both quarterbacks, it's bad. It's bad. It's not a good look. But, I mean, let's be honest. They have their quarterback until 2028 right now, probably. That's a fact, Jack. The answer was who, Jay? Say it.
I was going to give his first name away and see if anybody can get it.
What's it start with, Jay's first name?
T.
That's correct. That's correct. That's
And
correct, Jay.
it's similar to Travis, but it's not Travis. How about that? You like that hint?
Yeah, but it gives it away. I can't believe no one's gotten this, man. Can't believe not one surge protector's gotten this.
Would he have played in 1997, 98, possibly 96?
Around that time, maybe 96. This is crazy that people aren't guessing this. He was an elite athlete. He was a headhunter. He was downhill all the time.
Are you sure he played for the Raiders in the NFL for years?
I thought he did, Jay. I could be wrong. Give me a second.
Knowing your trivia question, the answer would probably be no. You tend to kind of fail on some of these trivia questions that you ask. The question was
yes, played for the Raiders.
Yeah, great. Germ says athletic linebacker, athletic freak. I'll tell you one play I remember from him. It might have been on a kickoff. Kickoff. He chased the guy all the way down.
It's a kickoff, man. It
was a kickoff.
It's not Travarius.
It's close
This is
enough.
unbelievable. Sooner Surge not stepping up tonight, Jay.
It's close enough. Give it to Jimmy. It's close enough.
It's Travion Smith.
Yeah, Travion Smith. Wow.
Hey, that wasn't even a bad question, dude.
Yep.
Wasn't even a bad question, man. Yep. Don't blame the person asking the question just because you guys didn't know the answers. Wasn't a difficult question. You're showing your age, guys. You couldn't go back to the 90s. It's sad.
He was a freak, special teams. Collins dropped this like 3 times already.
No, zero. Zilch, not a nothing.
Zero. Zilch, 0, nothing.
Different crowd. Some of them are the same, but they're OU fans. I don't care how old the trivia is. Hey, Bevo, you have failed every night because you won't even call in. Open the phone line, Jay. You won't even call in and go against me, man, on Texas trivia. Sad. People have been waiting for it the last 4 nights because you said, I'll call in. Guess what? But you won't, because you don't want to lose to me. You won't do it. You know why else I know you won't call in? Because I think I know who you are. Now I hear your voice, I might call you out. I think you've called in before.
German is turning his camera off every time he does something. Yeah, I agree, Daniel. I don't know why, but German can't. German can't.
Hey, by the way, Jay, I've ignored it the last 2 nights. I'm just going to keep calling him out till he calls in because I want to challenge him to some trivia.
But you,
not you, Gray God, not you,
man. What else is going on, man? What do you want to talk about tonight? Phone lines are open though. If you'd like to call in, you don't have to be Bevo. Anybody.
There's a lot to talk about. OU's front office is really good.
Really hey, good. Hold up. It looks really good, but we got to see it do a couple.
Well, at least it's in place.
Yes, I'm just saying you haven't seen much yet because they haven't really gone through a cycle. So
this wasn't the question, Mez. Wait, Mez. I 1,000% agree. If OKC wins the title, the Sooner State, which is Oklahoma, would get a whole lot of exposure. It doesn't mean OU football is getting more fans. Bad take.
Yeah, OU football is its own thing. I mean, it has nothing to do with NBA.
Hey, I got newsflash for everyone. OU football doesn't need the Thunder to win to get more fans. OU football is a monster in its own right. Come on, guys. What are we talking about?
This could be right, Platoon.
That could be right, Platoon 20.
I think this is in regards to the Ojo stuff.
Now, what about this take by Chief?
I've seen that across Twitter from other people as well.
Hey, no, Mez. You say, Mez, look, I'm a former English teacher for 21 years, okay? Hunter can attest.
We know, Germ. We know.
I taught a class called AP Lang where all you did – it was a college course prep course. All you did was look at words that were used. If Bob Stoops said it's going to bring exposure to the Sooner State, you can't tell me he was referring to OU football.
Well, now he says recruiting.
Well, I'd have to see the whole quote, Jay. But that quote that he put up earlier only had to do with the state of Oklahoma. Chris dropping another super 2 nights in a row. We appreciate you very much, Chris Rhodes. Love it, and thank you for your support. Material ability to perform in the SEC. Okay, let's talk about this. This would be a great topic, Jay. I like the question, Chris. I like the super chat, Chris. We appreciate your support. Hey, Jay, other SEC top-tier players of the past that came from a school that maybe didn't play elite talent.
I'm trying to think. Just recent years. Let's do recent.
I mean, you got the Vanderbilt quarterback.
Oh, he's not great.
I agree, he's not, Jay. He's a system guy. The Tennessee, Milton was always at Tennessee or no?
I mean, I'm sitting there trying to think.
I thought Milton was somewhere else before Tennessee.
I don't think Milton's that good, Germ.
Milton was pretty good in the SEC, Jay. What are you talking about?
He's all right.
Milton was really good in the SEC, Jay.
He's all right.
Okay, all right.
He's all right.
Now, Dak Prescott was at Mississippi State, but where was he before Mississippi State? I thought maybe he came from somewhere else.
I guess I'm confused on what you're even asking.
A player that came from a non-SEC conference that wasn't an elite conference and transitioned to the SEC or against big-time talent and performed. I mean,
the obvious ones Cam Ward, like now we mentioned that earlier with the incarnate word.
Right, but he wasn't in the SEC, but I agree. Cam Ward's the obvious.
Okay, I got one for you. You're going to hate the name. You're going to hate it.
Hey, Milton was at a Michigan.
You're going to hate this. Not SEC, but Dylan Gabriel.
It wasn't SEC, but yeah, he did it at Oregon.
Oregon. They made the playoffs.
Now, Joe Burrow went from Ohio State, though.
What do you have to say about Dylan Gabriel?
That's a good one, Jay.
Okay.
Jaden Daniels. Where was Daniels before LSU? Arizona State.
That's a good one, Daniel. That's a real good one.
That's a great comparison because Arizona State, when they were in the pack, I mean, it wasn't great. Hey,
yeah, that's a good
I got
one,
to veer away. That's a good one, man. Daniels. Hey, Daniel with Daniels. I got to veer away because someone said, yeah, Will Howard last year's another good one, Chris. Hey, golf shirt. Hey, Jay, the Oakmont rough is unbelievable. And have you seen any footage? Have you seen footage of the grounds crew?
They're already cutting it. What do you mean?
There's 150 people push mowing.
Why are
have
they
you
cutting
seen
it?
this?
Yeah, but why are they cutting it already?
They're in lines push mowing because it's so long, Jay.
You're telling me they just now figured out Monday, the week of the tournament, it's too long?
They're going to cut it on Monday and let it ride all week.
No, you know what I think?
Balls are going to go disappearing, dude.
You know what I think happened? The players got out.
The balls are disappearing into the grass like your golf game. Gone. Disappeared. Not anything.
What I was going to say was I think the golfers got out there and started whining about it, and they started cutting it. That's what I think.
USGA doesn't listen to golf.
Scotty Scheffler or the field?
I think I'd take Scheffler right now.
I think I'd take Scheffler as well. Hey, I'm tired of the rain too. Tired of it.
Phone lines are open. Give us a holler tonight here on the Sooner Surge. Check out the Fan Stop at thefanstop.com. Sign up for the Shirt of the Month Club. I just got my new one in, Jay. It's great. But use code SURGE. You get 10% off your first 3 months, and you can choose the T-shirt package. You can show off those guns because it's a nice fit. You can choose a package that has some long sleeve shirts, and then you can choose a package that's got a couple hoodies in it. Great prices, new design each and every month. And hey, they take time to think about their designs. They're not just plastering something on a shirt. It's great stuff. thefanstop.com.
Chief, thank you. Super appreciate it. Says Germ, background A+, brother.
Thank you,
Jason,
sir. Thank you.
Deep sigh. Shaking my head. Hey, I've told you before, I've ordered something. It just takes a bit to get here. So
yeah, good shirts in June. Friendly reminder, AC and Wiggins outscored every Pacers player, OKC in 5, ready for Wednesday. Oh, absolutely am.
Hey, if the Thunder play up to the capability, they're winning the series. They're the better team.
They're the best team, but Jay, the best team doesn't always win. And I think Bryson DeChambeau's second. Hey, I agree, Devin. I'm a big-time Tiger fan, and golf's not the same without him. It just isn't.
You think he'll ever play again?
Yes, he will. He'll play again. Chuck dropping some truth tonight.
I don't feel like I need to show off mine like Germ does every night. He's got he's got security issues. He's got to feel like.
No, I got a 30-pound weight in here that anytime I'm bored, I just come in here and lift some weights.
Sure. There is something with neon in the background, actually, Aaron.
But Jay, Chief hasn't seen this. Go ahead, Jay, switch the colors right now. It's impressive, Jay.
My lights?
Yeah,
what, my lights?
Switch the colors. It's impressive. This guy's big time. What are we doing here? He's big time, ladies and gentlemen.
Which color you like, guys? Let's go with the red.
Well, leave it on one. I'm having.
Here we go.
Give me a seizure, man. Who will start on the D line? Sorry, on the O line. Will the freshman make an impact? I agree with Sooner Cowboys. So let's just do this. We always do this. We always do this way too early, but the center is going to be Everett. There's no question about it. There's no other center. Center is Everett. You could put that thing, lock it in the safe. It's secure. You can surge protect that. Okay. I think Everett surge protect at center. Another surge protect lineman, in my opinion, Jay, and this could be a shock. I think Derek Simmons you could surge protect. He is getting one of the tackle spots.
Okay, you think the other one will be who?
I'm leaning for Susie.
Game 1.
Why not?
I don't think so. But I mean,
I think EPL is going to be one of the guard spots.
What about the other one? Who are you thinking?
I really wish, Jay, they could have Fabechi be a backup. Hey, real quick, does Hunter, you have the graphic, the Surge Protect graphic, the one that was red, not the one with Bo Bentley on it, just the other one. Maybe show that in here. Maybe show that in here in a minute, Jay. We need a small one of those that we could put in. People can put it next to their comments.
Hey, I'm gonna lean to Chuck here and agree with Chuck, because I think the reason I'm doing this, and I don't know if this is the reason Chuck's doing it or not, but if you look at the history of Bill Bedenbaugh, he doesn't always play the young guys. That's just not his style usually. Even Caden Green wasn't until game 4. Now, if you want to tell me Fasusi game 3 or 4 starts to play, maybe, but I just don't see a true freshman starting game 1 at Oklahoma. Now, EPL year 2, yes, I see that. I don't see a true freshman starting day 1 with Bill Bedenbaugh. I agree with Chuck.
918 says left tackle, Sexton. Left guard, EPL. Center, Everett. Right guard, Fabechi. Right tackle, Simmons. I agree. I would just like to see. I would be in preference if Fasusi starts, Sexton moving to guard for Fabechi.
Hey, there's always a call-in link. It's in the chat. Always there.
There was a comment about Mateer. Let me ask you this. If Mateer has these numbers that Colby popped in here, if Mateer had these numbers next year, if these were his end-of-the-year numbers, what's OU's record?
Well, yeah, what else? I mean, there's other things you got to worry about.
29 tutties, 7 picks, 3,100 yards. What would their record be? Would they be 9-3 with that record, in your opinion?
Man, it's a tough schedule, Jerm. It's a tough schedule.
It's hard to. It's hard on. It's hard when talking about Everett getting better. I think Everett really last year he was hurt. I think he's better.
Phone lines are open. They are still open.
There it is, guys. There it is.
Maybe pin it this time. There it is.
Chief says the O-line will be what makes us a playoff contender or what costs BV his job. Facts. Dropping straight facts, period. And we got Jackson on the line. What is up?
It's been a while. I bet I need my sunglasses tonight. It's been a while, Jackson.
What's been a while, Jackson.
What's going on, guys? It has been a long time, it feels like. So I know everyone's automatically assuming that Troy Everett's going to be a starter at center. But I wouldn't be shocked if Jake Michaela gives him a good run for his money in fall camp, and that potentially is an open battle going into the start of the season.
Wait, what?
You heard me.
Repeat, rinse and repeat.
I said I don't think that Troy Everett is a lock to start a center, because I think that Jake Michaela could give him a run for his money. And I mean, for me, just like watching the highlights of Jake Michaela, he's a lot more athletic than Troy Everett is. Troy Everett, he's more like, he's not a super athletic guy. He's just going to use his pad level and everything to get underneath you and really shove you off the ball. But Michaela, he's more athletic, and in the Arbuckle scheme, they want to get up to the second level. So I'm just saying that that's something, in my opinion, I think is what, Jeremy, that look on your face.
You talking about pad levels and getting to the second level. It's hilarious.
Well, I'm not. I mean, I know what that stuff is.
Oh, boy, look at this. Chief says, write this down. I agree with Jackson.
And Jackson, I'm not saying that Jake can't play center. I just do not think there's a world where he's going to go over Everett. I just don't say it. Oh, so that's where Jackson
I see.
Yeah, Gabe Eichard.
I do agree with, though, that Troy Everett, the leader that he is.
Exactly. He's the leader of the whole line.
Yes, I know, Jeremy. I was going to say that. I think that Jake Michaela is a more talented player, in my opinion. From
Well,
just the film that I've
did
watched.
Eichert talk about pad level 2 or no?
Gabe,
Y'all
I don't know. I haven't watched their podcast on
Hey,
that.
does everyone understand? I know you. I know you do,
I'm just
Jackson.
saying, what?
I know you understand this. I know Jay and everyone does, and everyone in here. Does everyone understand that the position on the O line that's calling blitz packages a lot? It's center. So, I mean, you got to have a heady guy, even if he's not the best. If he's not just getting, ripped over up the middle, like you got to go with the guy who's going to be able to pick those things up better.
Yeah, and in my opinion, I just think it's going to be a battle going week 1 into the season. Like, I don't think that's something that's for sure just set in stone, locked down as Troy Everett starting. I believe, in my opinion, they brought in Jake Michaela to push Troy Everett and potentially win that starting spot.
Well, yeah,
I agree that they brought him
job.
to push Everett. I agree with that.
They want every job to be a competition. I mean, they don't
What?
they don't want any position locked up yet. They want competition all over the place. So
Yeah, and then Jeremy, something that you said about Michael Fasusi, I mean, I think going into week 1, I don't think he's the starter, but I think potentially down the line in the season, I wouldn't be shocked if by the end of the year that Michael Fasusi is one of the starting tackles.
Well, I'm telling you this right now. I don't see a world where Bill Bedenbaugh can walk into the weight room or onto the field and see EPL and Fasusi and think, yeah, I can't play these guys. I got to go.
Well, same with Ryan Foje too, man.
Foji's not being talked about enough.
I mean, him at guard, so there's a lot of talented young guys. It's really interesting to just see what's going to happen there. But I'm just saying that I don't think Troy Everett's just a lock to start like most people do.
Well, good thought, good analyst. We'll see what happens. I mean, we'll see what happens
See
as
you
it gets
guys.
closer. But hey, see you, Jackson. Got another call on the line. We'll get to Platoon. So
hey, I disagree, Mess. I disagree.
Hey, let's get to Platoon. Platoon, you're on the line.
Hey guys, the offensive line is fascinating to me because of all the struggles they've had. And looking at the depth chart right now, I like our setup. We have Simmons, redshirt senior, Fabechi, redshirt senior, Troy, redshirt senior, EPL sophomore, Jacob Sexton senior. That's right, correct? I think they're all seniors except for EPL, right?
Is
Correct.
Sexton a senior?
I think so.
I thought he is, Jay.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he is. So don't get me wrong. I want our young guys to play well. I want Fasusi to be a rock star and all that. But if we got multiple underclassmen taking over these guys, to me, that's a little bit worrisome. Not because I don't want the good guys to be good. I do want them to be good. But if they're good enough to replace like multiple starters with multiple years of experience on them, to me, that's a little bit of a red flag to me. But I'll get your guys' take on it.
Well, here's what I would say, Platoon, is one, the fact that they do have some, and thanks for the call, the fact that they have some seniors means you can play a Fasusi. Second of all, and I don't know, and I know I'm in the minority here. I don't know why you can't rotate a guy in every now and then on the O-line. Why is that some kind of cardinal sin or unwritten rule? Well, you can rotate players in anywhere except for the O-line.
Well, it's because of the cohesiveness of an O-line. But hey,
come on.
Hey,
play the man.
Trojan Fight's kind of right about this. 5-star OT, they plug and play. They play, a lot of them play early. But hey, you know what? I've seen a few people put Fabechi in here. From what I saw with Fabechi last year, I'd rather have Ozida or EPL.
I agree, Jay.
Maybe he's made a big leap because going into last year, a lot of people were extremely high on him. Maybe he just had a bad year with the offensive coordinator and the way they were running the offense. Maybe he's a lot better than what we saw last year. But
one thing I
liked Ozida. I liked Ozida and I liked EPL last year over Fabechi. But
one thing you can't do is play a guy who is weak in either. And Aaron, if a guy's either weak in pass protection or run blocking, you can't then rotate them in because then it's going to give it away. Oh, they must be running the ball. That's his strength. But I'm shoving a guy in there like a Ryan Foje or a Fasusi early on in game one if they're not starting. I'm putting them in there.
Do you know what biggest pet peeve of mine is in football?
You got a lot of them. What's one of them?
This is one of my biggest pet peeves of college football is when in the off season and then summer camp starts you're going to start hearing interviews from OU players, and when every one of them says Fusi's a dog, he is just destroying people, and then they never play him. The same thing happened with they do it with defensive ends too. Oh my gosh, this guy's just destroying people, but he's not ready yet. I mean, he's destroying everybody on the like Fasusi. He's blocking everybody on the defensive side of the ball, but he's not ready to play in a game. I hate when that happens. Like if he's ready in practice, throw him out there at 5-star. I mean, I don't know. I'm just.
And what's crazy about Fabechi is everyone, out of all the transfer guys, he was the one that everyone was all in on when he came to OU from North Texas. Hey, Mr. Dilligaff, great to see you on here tonight. You can get away with doing that on the O-line when you're playing weak opponents or you're up by 30 plus. Not with the schedule they have unless they're injuries. But early, they've got to play multiple guys.
No, hey, real quick. I agree with Dilligaff on this, but here's my problem. If you're saying they had it Fasusi or who? Like if you're saying, nah, that he's not ready, they need to play a more experienced guy. So Spencer Brown last year, there was no reason Spencer Brown should have been playing over even Dent. Isaiah Arthur-Dent should have been playing over Spencer Brown. I know he's a freshman, but I mean, come on now.
I agree. Listen, Mr. Dilligaff, against Michigan, you go with your 5. But my point is, you can rotate a guy in at tackle for a series. When was has Bill Bedenbaugh rotated guys in? He has before, Jay.
Jerm, you're kind of who does that?
Bedenbaugh has done. Teams put a guy in a series.
I don't know of many universities, football squads that rotate linemen.
I didn't say every series, Jay. I didn't say every
rotate. You said rotate guys in at tackle. Who does that?
I agree with this. Play Fasusi then, because I think he's the best one.
Who does that? I'm going to rotate this series and we're going to rotate a new tackle in. Who does that?
Well, EPL came in last year some.
Because the other guys were struggling. They're not rotating them in.
Thank you.
That's not rotating in. That's.
Oh, I believe it is, Jay. You define it. Subbing in is rotating in. I get you speechless on that?
No, I'm just baffled by what you just said. I don't know why we're talking about Mike White on the comments.
I've deleted 5.
Mike White.
I keep deleting comments, so.
Why?
Because I want to and I can. You got a problem with it, Jay?
Obsessed. I mean, that's
by deleting.
You could have different packages with different line depending on the situation. Is that what you're saying, Jeremy? Like a different rotating of different packaging?
The reason I don't like the package thing is because it could be clear what they're doing. I don't like that. Now, Gregot says Sexton, Foje, Troy Everett, EPL Fasusi. Based on talent.
Possibly, yeah. I could kind of agree with that.
Probably. And Jay, if that was the starting O-line on game 1, I wouldn't have a problem with it. Absolutely.
That's a lot of guys that have never played ball, though, for game 1. I mean, I get the talent.
There's 2 guys that have never played ball.
EPL.
That might be the mean O-line they've been waiting on.
Play the best players at that position. What's the point in committing if you don't pick the best guy? Yeah. Sooner Cowboys agrees. Fasusi, Foje, and EPL need to start. Do you think that has anything to do with Ojo not like wanting to go to OU because they have youngsters already there? They're going to be playing a lot.
Bill Bedenbaugh's still getting guys. Hey, I like what this comment about the packages that you could get something from it. You know, a tight end pop pass, a bootleg when they think you're going to run it. So there are ways that would work.
Hey, today's date's June 9th. Father's Day is this weekend.
It is.
Do you think Bo Bentley commits by Father's Day to the school?
I mean, I think he's going to be a Sooner. When? I don't know.
I think he makes a commitment. I think he makes a commitment this week. So they don't rotate in the NFL. That should say it all. Sooner Cowboys' birthday is on the 17th. There you go.
Jackson said Ojo getting paid quarterback-like money. From where'd you hear that at? Who's paying it?
Man, wouldn't be much of a better Father's Day gift than your son being born.
It's one of the best.
That's elite.
Now, I have a son that was born on June 19th. I believe it was Father's Day weekend.
So sometimes his birthday's on Father's Day.
The 19th, yeah. Aaron says, and maybe Hunter can. Hey, how about a poll on? Let's just get a poll on if he's going to be a Sooner or not.
Yeah, I like Dent, Greg. Hey, Greg got a Mac. I like Dent. I thought when he played last year, I thought he played pretty well. I thought he could have played more. I thought he should have played more. Where he fits, we'll see. But I like his size. I like what he did last year. I'd like to see him get some opportunities.
Ojo to text, but I was talking about
Bentley.
Where he heard.
You're talking about Bentley as far as commit date.
Yeah, I was saying on Ojo, like how much money and all that. I saw Jackson said something. Now, Sooner says he could be going to Michigan.
Michigan got a one commit today, I know. It's heating up, man. Recruiting's heating up as it should in June and July. Hey, did you hear the rumors about Kevin Durant to the Spurs, man? Might be a done deal.
Well, they put a pretty good team together. Thunder better get it this year. You cannot lose to the Pacers for the World Championship. You can't. You cannot. You're the better team by far.
You know the answer to this, Jerm?
I do not, Jay.
I don't know either. That's a good question, though, Devin. It's a real good question.
Does OU get a commit tomorrow, Jay? I say yes. Didn't Hayes Fawcett put something out about a BV tweet about 3 today?
Yeah, it's times 3, yes. Yeah, so take that with a grain of salt.
I've actually deleted probably 9 comments on there, so I don't think running crazy. But
yeah, and we're trying to do the show. We can't delete it. I mean, I don't know if Hunter sees any that he wants to delete, but
I've deleted several, so who
you've
cares?
deleted some. So
I'm not putting them on the screen, so it doesn't really matter.
I just don't read them personally, unless they have good information, which usually don't. Florida beat Edmonton. You know why? I can't watch hockey. I just can't get into hockey, man.
Stanley Cup would be the only time I watch it, but I don't care about Florida or Edmonton. So, yeah, Jay, do you know Connor McDavid plays for
Edmonton?
Okay, you know something. Then
what about it?
I was just seeing if you knew anything. Colby, not referring to you. Not referring.
I think he knows that. He's joking.
Yeah. 918. See what this says.
Prentice got. There's the answer.
Yeah, I would not have.
Of course, 918 got it. Are you kidding me? Walking trivia machine. That's what he is, man.
Canada has not won the cup since 1993. I did not know that.
I heard that stat somewhere. That's crazy.
Jay, I've got a trivia question for you.
Oh, boy. Here
Hockey.
Oh, gee.
All-time great goalie for Colorado.
Oh, Patrick Wall?
Mm-hmm. Spell his last name.
R-O-Y, Patrick Roy.
Very good.
I mean, you know what? I'm impressed.
That's
you got
impressive, Jay.
I'm impressed that you got a trivia out there that actually made sense and wasn't wrong.
I tried, Jay. I do my best. Big news today, Sooner Nation. Front office is set. OU hires a new head athletic trainer, Jonathan Gress, Norman native. We'll see what changes in that department. And then you land Noah Best. Interior offensive lineman, number 15 interior offensive lineman in the country. It's a good day to be a Sooner there, Jay. Lots of rumblings happening.
Yeah, I like this time of year, Jerm. I don't, you know,
talking football tonight.
I know I don't follow recruiting a ton as much as other people, but I like this time of year.
We're getting ready to.
Getting
ready to. And you guys that are in the Discord, you got a real treat coming. Just be ready.
Daniel says they needed a new trainer. So.
Now, 2 years ago, Daniel, they had two. They had Haley Parise. There was a girl and a guy. I can't think of the guy's name. David. So who was the head athletic trainer last year, Jay? I was trying to think of that. Someone.
Not still there. I thought he's still there.
Yeah, but he was the head. They were the head athletic trainer.
I'm not sure, man.
Yeah. What major league pitcher had a baseball card 55 and counting? I don't know that. Do not know that. Jay, you're hopping off for a second. I was getting ready to do something, but you're gone. Hey, I know we do have a surge protected logo. It's a little red one we're going to try to get for you. I love the hat, Jay. You can get that hat at the FanStop, by the way, thefanstop.com. Check them out.
I just felt like I needed to do this after that comment. So.
Yeah, hey, thanks for being here, guys. Chris Rhodes, thanks for the $4.99 super. Chief T-Bird, thanks for the $9.99 super. Appreciate it very much. It was fun talking a little football. It's only going to ramp up even more. Make sure that oh, there it is. Nolan Ryan 918 says. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Hit the like before you leave because it does help our channel. We appreciate it very much. And we will catch all you guys tomorrow night. Have a terrific Tuesday, Jay, and Sooner Nation.